Most people only see Trail Ridge Road in the summer, but in the winter it disappears, buried under deep snow, completely cut off from the world. No one crosses it this time of year, but today, I'm going to try. Well, good morning and welcome to Hidden Valley in Rocky Mountain National Park. Today, I'm off on an adventure. I'm going to do something that is really going to push me to my limits. I'm a little nervous about it. In fact, for the last number of days, I've been thinking about it constantly. It's keeping me up at night because this is really not going to be easy. I think I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can do it, but we're going to find out. My plan today is to head from the east side of Rocky Mountain National Park up into the tundra and all the way over to the west side of Rocky Mountain National Park. I will be going solo and carrying a very heavy backpack. Millions of people drive across this road during the summer, but almost no one crosses this road during the winter. So I'm going to take you up into the Alpine tundra, up to the Alpine Visitor Center, and then down to the Colorado River trailhead. All in all, it's going to be about a 20-mile trip. It's going to take me most of the day. Right now, it's just after 7 a.m. I have no idea what time I'm going to get there this evening, but it's an adventure. And my hope for you is that you'll sit back, enjoy the scenery, and just enjoy getting a view that very few people ever get to see. All right, we'll head on up, and I'll talk to you when we get closer to the top. All right, here we go. Well, we have now reached our first crossing of Trail Ridge Road. Now, you probably remember this area. It has a wooden fence with a sign saying, "Do not cross, restoration area." It has a small stream coming down. It's just before Rainbow Curve. Well, I'm actually standing several feet up above that fence on the snow that's covering it. And instead of heading down the road to Rainbow Curve and continuing up, I'm going to take a shortcut and just head straight up the hill. And that saves me about over a mile of distance, but it's pretty steep. So onward we go. At the top of this hill, we'll be in the tundra. Wow, I'm feeling it today, but it's a gorgeous day out here. Hard to complain. Just, I don't know, another 15, 20 minutes and I should be up in the tundra. Well, I've now reached the tundra. As you can tell, it's a little windy up here, and there isn't as much snow as I had hoped, so I'm going to have to put the skis in my pack and walk for a while. Well, there's my road down there. I now need to just descend and connect with it. We've reached Trail Ridge Road. This is the Ute crossing, just above tree line. Rainbow Curve is down there. Forest Canyon Overlook is up there, and that'll be our next stop. And from here, we're going to follow Trail Ridge Road up for about 7 miles until we reach the Alpine Visitor Center. As you can see, we've got just a gorgeous day out here. I've been watching the weather for the last, almost 4 weeks, looking for the perfect day to try and do this adventure. But just about every day, the winds have been howling, often between 50 and 70 miles an hour, which just isn't safe. And one of the reasons that people don't often do this route across the park is because of those high winds, and there's so much open tundra here that it just blows the snow right off. So today I've already found out I'm having to ski, take off my skis and carry them, put the skis back on, ski a while, and back and forth, taking my skis on and off. And I'm kind of guessing that's going to be the way for the rest of this hike. I hope you're enjoying the journey so far. It's only going to get more beautiful. Beautiful Mount Ida, covered in fresh snow. Many people think that skiing up here in the snow would just be this wonderful, gentle glide. But the reality is that the high winds turn the snow into this solid blocks that it then carves with unusual designs. And so you'll have these ups and downs that range from just a few inches difference to up to a foot or two difference. And it's like an obstacle course more than anything. Well, we've made it as far as Rock Cut along Trail Ridge Road. The Rock Cut parking area, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, is just down below here. And I'm up above. If you've ever hiked the Tundra Communities Trail, there's a stop on it called Mushroom Rocks. And I think you can guess why it's called that. And I decided to stop here and get a little break. Well, we've been blessed with one of the nicest days of the entire year. Actually, I think it is the warmest day that we've had this year. It's probably close to 40 degrees up here. And I heard that Denver is supposed to be getting up near 80 degrees. Insane. Well, you can be sure that it's not always like this. Much of the time, there are intense howling winds and frigid temperatures. And in fact, over the next 4 or 5 weeks, I'm expecting that we're going to get a lot more snow. Historically, that's one of the snowiest times of year, and many of the snowfalls are really big. So what you're seeing today is not necessarily representative of the way it looks up here all the time, only representative of how it looks today. Today, we have it all to ourselves. I can look all the way out towards Long's Peak, and I don't think there's another person out that way. Look all the way out towards the Never Summer Mountains, and along here in the tundra, probably not another person that way as well. So I've got the entire Alpine tundra pretty much to myself today, and what a glorious day. All right, well, I'm going to grab a bite to eat, and then onward we go, up to Lava Cliffs. All right, well, I'm going to head off and follow the snow, and I'm going to make my way up to the top of Lava Cliffs, and on the other side is the Alpine Visitor Center. This is the highest point on Trail Ridge Road. From here, it's all downhill.
Chance to do a little skiing downhill. Not very fast, but sure beats working hard. Not the smoothest snow, but it's still pretty wonderful.
Well, welcome to the Alpine Visitor Center at 11,796 feet above sea level. As you can see, there's a fair amount of snow up here. Some years there's a lot more than this. This is actually kind of on the lower side. Some years the main visitor center is pretty much buried. But there is still time for that. Over the next few weeks, as I mentioned earlier, we still could get quite a lot of snow. But today it's not too deep and just delightful, and I've got the whole place to myself. Not many people make it up here during this time of year. I don't know why. It's really a fabulous time of year to be here. All right, I'm going to take you, show you around, and then we'll head down. Pretty buried. Well, as I mentioned, I'd been to the Alpine Visitor Center a number of times in the winter, but what I haven't done is continued on down all the way to the Kawanichi Valley, which is what I'm doing today. And I had been really hoping that there would be quite a bit of snow up here so I could ski down, but that's not the case, at least here. So doing some walking on the trail, and eventually I'll run into snow ahead and then can start skiing. But we'll see how soft the snow is. Looks like up there there's snow. When I get there, I can put the skis on again. Well, now it's time to ski. This looks halfway decent. See how far down I can get. This road is not steep enough to let me glide down it. I have to push and push because it's not steep and because it is slushy. Well, I stopped to adjust my skis and stepped off, and I got myself stuck in a little bit of a hole here. It's about waist deep, so see if I can get myself back up and going again. Endless road like this, very soft snow. Oh, it's taking a long time. Still a long ways to go. Well, I'm delighted to see that there's Poudre Lake. Still gonna take me a while to get there, but we're getting there.
Here we are at Milner Pass. Looks like you need to shovel your way in there.
Well, we've arrived at Lake Irene, and look at this. I've joined up with a snowmobile track. I'm not quite sure if that was here legally or not, but they're not supposed to be up here, but it's sure gonna make my way back a little bit easier in this soft snow. So, whew, I'm getting tired. Well, getting close to the Kawanichi Valley. How wonderful. Isn't that stunning? So here's a small avalanche that just happened in the last hour, I'm gonna guess. Number 3.
Colorado River trailhead and a dry road ahead.
Well, welcome to the west side of Rocky Mountain National Park, to the Colorado River Trail and the Kawanichi Valley. We just came down this road, and it was a slog. It was a really hard going all the way from the Alpine Visitor Center down. I think just the really soft snow made it a challenge and made it really slow. But we're here, and it's still daylight, so it turned out to be a successful trip. Any trip that we arrive safely at is very successful in my books. Well, I hope you enjoyed the journey and the great scenery along the way. Remember, if you're thinking of doing this yourself, be sure you've got safety beacon, you have letting someone know where you're going and when you'll be back, you're aware of avalanche dangers, and you're taking all the precautions to make sure you're up there on the safest day possible. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, or learn more about Rocky Mountain National Park, then be sure and subscribe to my channel. I'm putting out videos all the time, especially in the summer, to help you have the best visit possible to Rocky Mountain National Park. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you out on the trail or in the next video. To help you prepare for your visit to Rocky Mountain National Park, visit my website, rockymountainnationalpark.com. For hiking guides, calendars, coffee table books, and more, visit rockytrailpress.com. And when you arrive, be sure and stop by my gallery in downtown Estes Park. It's called Images of RMNP.